We're here with Dariq Whitehead at the USA Basketball Training Camp. Dariq, first time out here, how's it going for you?
First time's going good. I'm playing with a lot of people, you know, I've been playing with on the AAU circuit, getting the exposure I need, playing against the best of the best, so it's really good right now.
How do you think you've fared so far going up against some of the best players in America?
Going against the best players in America, I definitely handled my own. Youngest kid in the camp, also got a lot of, potential to be one of the best in the class, so, I mean, right now I think I'm really holding my own.
Tell me a little bit about your background. Where are you from? When did you start playing basketball? Any athletes in the family, that kind of thing?
Okay, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, East Coast. I started playing basketball actually when I was 9. I was playing football since I was 5, but I transferred to Montverde, so I had to stop playing football to start playing basketball. I got a brother that's in the NFL that plays for the Oakland Raiders. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and I also have an older sister.
So 9, that's a little bit late compared to most guys. Were you not really attracted to basketball early on?
I wasn't really attracted to basketball. To me, it was football, but my coach always came to pick me up, say like, you really good in basketball. So since then, I just always started to, get into basketball more and more.
What kind of player are you right now?
Right now, I can definitely say I'm a playmaker. Like, I make a lot of plays. My shot's expanding. My shot's getting better. Mid-range is getting good. I attack the rim really well. Defend with my long arms is allowing me to get a lot of steals and turnovers. Crash the board. Yeah, finish the traffic.
Where does your athleticism come from? Have you always been a guy who's just quick and that quick twitch and bouncy?
Yeah, since I was 9, I was more athletic than everyone. Always had jumped higher than everyone. So I mean, it was always there. I think it comes from the family. My brother, my dad, mom, they played sports. So I mean, it always was in the family.
When did you first start getting noticed for your basketball talent?
I first started getting noticed my 7th grade year. I was playing with 60 Elite. Had a big year that year. That's when I really started to gain into basketball more and more because my name was getting out there more. And obviously, when your name is getting out there more, you're going to become more attracted to basketball. So 7th grade year playing with 60 Elite. I went to the John Lucas tournament and I killed. They had ranked me top 3 in the camp. In a tournament. So then I just took off from there.
When did you transfer to Montverde, and what was the reason for your decision to leave home, at such an early age and head down to Florida?
I went to Montverde my 8th grade year. The reason I went down there is because, my mom, thought it was the best move, stay focused. So when I was home, my mom, she thought I wasn't really focused. So she sent me away where I can be on my mind can be on nothing but just basketball and school. So she thought Montverde was the best for me because it was far away from home.
Has that, panned out the way that she hoped so far?
Yeah, she definitely, it's sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to come home, but, she's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's the best for you. So right now, it's going in our favor.
The fact that they've had guys like RJ Barrett, Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell, a long list of names, was that part of the reason you decided to go there? And have you had any interactions with any of those guys since then?
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell and Ben Simmons, I had no interactions with. I was young when they were there. I wasn't thinking about Montverde, but my 8th grade, I actually got to play with RJ Barrett. He treated me as a little brother. He took care of me when I got there. Had to guard him every practice, so I mean, it got me better on the defensive end. So it was good going against some guys.
What did you learn, going up against him? He's not only the #1 player in the class, but he plays with a huge chip on his shoulder on both ends of the floor, every possession. What has that kind of taught you about, what do you need to do to maintain that lofty status that kind of you've started to, the buzz you started to gain here?
Okay, one thing I learned from RJ Barrett, it's a lot of things I learned from him, but one thing is to always play with hard no matter who you're going against, no matter if the team is bad, good. So, when I came there, I was thinking oh, he's going to take it easy. I'm an 8th grader, but when I came, the first practice, he was attacking me, dunking on me and everything. So it was it always taught me hey, you just got to play hard against no matter who you playing against. And he always played with a motor. He always made sure he made a statement nobody in this gym is better than me. So he always made sure he left people left saying, oh, that's why he's the #1 player in the gym.
Have you looked up there to that, that sign, and, they have the U19 and they have the 2017 crossed out. You know why that was crossed out, right?
Is that because RJ beat y'all that year? Yeah. Yeah, when I came there last year, he used to tell me about it. How he beat USA team. You know, he's a huge from Canada. He supports Canada till it's max. So I mean, yeah, he always talked about how he beat RJ and how they beat. So.
Talk to me a little bit about your shooting. Where are you at, right now as a shooter, and how big of a part, that play in your ability to reach your full potential down the road?
I definitely, I hear from my Montverde coach Kevin Boyle. I hear it every day from him. He said I can be really great. He wants me to be the best. He trains me every day, push me to where I need to be, and my shooting is getting there. Usually I couldn't I played without contacts, so I couldn't really see the rim. But then now, and I got contacts. Started wearing them about 3 weeks ago, and ever since then, my shot just been consistent a little bit. But I definitely think I should continue to work on my shot so it can be where it need to be.
Mechanically, is there anything you're going to need to do? I noticed that shooting spot ups and off the dribble, it's not exactly the same kind of mechanics. Is that something that you think you need to tweak, or obviously you're at an early stage, you're so young right now?
Yeah, it's definitely mechanics-wise. I'm still working on it. It's getting better, but it's like little things like keeping my elbow in on the shot. I think on a one dribble pull-up, I elevate more. Then I just stop and shoot, I barely jump off the ground. So it's little things like keeping my elbow in, jumping off the ground, and stuff like that.
Any guys that you really enjoy watching play, either in college or the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, John Wall was always my favorite player, but, I enjoy watching LeBron, Kevin Durant, those guys. Marvin Bagley was my favorite player coming out of college, so, yeah.
Talking to players that have played at Montverde, they always talk about, how tough of a coach Kevin Boyle is, how he just, he never goes easy on you no matter if you're the best player or the worst player. What has that been like? Can you speak to that?
I mean, he is how people say he's crazy, but really it's not like he's not going to always yell at you. He just wants you to do the right thing. He wants you to practice hard, go home, But when it's good to the point where, if you're not practicing hard or working hard, then he'll, flip the switch and actually start getting all crazy and stuff. But besides that, I think he's the best coach ever.
When are you going to start thinking about recruiting? Any school, is a dream school that you have in mind that you would love to be offered by, or are you just going to kind of take it as it comes?
I really just kind of take it as it comes, but Duke was always my favorite school, but then again, I will always go where it's best for me. So I mean, there's a lot of other schools I looked in, but Duke was always my dream school.
Great stuff, man. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Good luck. Nice to